Hi, welcome to CNY Woman Knits and Crochets. I'm Mindy, known as Knitter CNY on Ravelry and Instagram. The CNY in my name stands for Central New York. I live in the Syracuse area and near Oneida Lake. If you can look right in the middle of the state and see a lovely lake, that's around where I live. I am going to show you some finished projects today. One of which I can't remember whether I showed you last week or if it was done last week. I don't think it was. I think it was a work in progress last week, so I'm going to show it to you. And then I'm going to show you two things I'm working on. Everything is blankets, but they're all different. So sit back, grab yourself something to drink. If you like what you see, please subscribe below. Give the video a thumbs up. That helps other people find the video. And leave a comment with what project you're working on or any great yarn sales that you've come across. I've been doing a series of lives. You're welcome to go to my website on YouTube, my channel on YouTube, and check those out. There's about 4 or 5 different ones that you can watch. You can go back and watch old podcasts. There's over 300 videos you could watch. There's a yarn haul playlist that you could watch. That's many years of yarn hauls. There are community posts, one of which is a really good deal on Amazon for blanket yarn. Check that out. 2-pack for $12.99, which is a really good price. And all of these are going to be chunkier size 6 blanket yarn. One of them is not a blanket yarn per se, but it is a size 6 super bulky. So the first blanket I'm going to show you is this one, which is the Dreamtime blanket, Dreamtime crochet blanket from Yarnspirations. It's a free pattern. It's a 5-pointed star. I can't get it in the whole shot, but you get the idea. 5-pointed star. That was done with Bernat baby blanket and Easter egg. I think I used a size L crochet hook for that, which is an 8mm hook. I think it was a size L. That seems right. Anyway, you can go back and look at old podcasts to link for the pattern. This is also a Yarnspirations pattern. It is the Ripple baby blanket that is crochet. If you look up Ripple baby blanket frosting, you'll find it on their website. It's beige in the picture, which is really boring. So I used another exciting baby blanket color, which is called Spring Blossom. And it's your typical Ripple baby blanket. It's really easy to do. Uses a size L crochet hook. I did it in like 3 days. Only takes 2 skeins of baby blanket, as does the star blanket. So that's good. Excuse me. This is a super easy pattern. This is a granny cluster blanket that's done in stripes. I linked to this in a recent Instagram tutorial. I think I linked to it in an Instagram post, maybe not. Maybe not, but you'll be able to find it. It's super easy. It has used 2 balls of Bernat blanket patchwork, which you can see all the different colors that are in there. It's more like a toddler size blanket than a baby blanket per se, because it came out a little wider and a little longer. So that's good for a toddler blanket, and only took 2 skeins of that. Really pretty. I love the way those colors come out. And I can't remember what the color name was offhand. I want to say it has something to do with the beach. And then the next blanket is out of Karen's Spice Cakes. This is a granny cluster chevron. I have not tucked in my ends on it, so you'll have to pardon that. But you can see how that has graduated color in it. It sort of stripes, or it's kind of tonal, I guess you'd call that color. It's in purples and pinks, so it comes out really nice. Came out to be a grade school or high schooler size Afghan. More like grade schooler, I think. Grade school, middle school. So that came out really nice. I used 4 spice cakes for that. And that's a tutorial that's on Mikey the Crochet Crowd's website. I may try and link to all these patterns. It may take me a little bit to do that, so we'll see. So 4 finished blankets in 1 week, which is really good. The next blanket I'm going to show you is one I've been working on. It is out of Chevron Chunky Cakes, and this color is called Rainbow Jellies. You see all the bright colors there. It is a super bulky 9.8 ounces, 280 grams, 297 yards, 271 meters. And I'm using 2 of these to make a baby blanket. I'm doing a solid granny square. And I'm just going around and around. I am not squaring up my edges or anything like that. You can kind of see where the seam is, but mostly it flows. So I think it looks good. A baby's going to like it. A parent's going to like it because it's those nice primary colors that kids like. And it's super easy to do. There's no pattern for this. I just followed a simple tutorial that was on YouTube. I'm using a size L crochet hook, which is the Prim ergonomic hook. It is 8 millimeters and really nice. I have this much left of my first ball, so a little bit, and then I'll start the second ball today, probably during the Yankees game. And then, pardon me as I reach over to pick up the last project. And I have no idea where my crochet hook has gone to, but I will find it after the podcast. I'm using a Clover Amour hook, size N, which is 10 millimeters for this. It's a modern granny blanket out of Bernat Baby Blanket. And this is, here's my hook. Knew it was somewhere. Clover Amour hook, size N, N/P, 10 millimeters. And I like this one because it's a little tighter, even though it's a 10 millimeter, than the Prim hook that is 10 millimeters. I think that's because the handle here kind of keeps the stitches from going, there's a little lip here, right where the purple and the gray meet. So it kind of keeps that from going down the shaft of the hook and getting wider on the stitches. And Bernat Baby Blanket is 220 yards, 201 meters, 10.5 ounces, 300 grams, just like all the Bernat blanket is, in the larger balls. And again, this is what this looks like. This pattern is called In the Middle, and there is a tutorial for it on the Crochet Crowd channel. If you check that out, you can follow the tutorial. It's super easy. It goes a little fast. It was filmed years ago, so it goes a little faster than I would like, so I had to pause it a couple of times. But once you get the concept, you're good. And you just have to make sure that you start the single crochet row with a slip stitch and then a single chain, and then a single crochet, so that you have something when you come around on the single crochet row to fasten into. That's my only tip. And I like the way this looks. It's hard to see with the I think you can kind of see it there. Those granny clusters, the way this is done is, they call it a modern granny. Those granny clusters line up on top of each other. So you can see there's one here, 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 like so. And it's super easy to do. It takes 3 balls to make this blanket. So I wound up, I had 2 balls and I had ordered them from Amazon. So last night I placed another order with Amazon and got the 3rd ball delivered today on a Sunday, which was really nice. I had returned some stuff to Walmart and it was waiting on my doorstep when I came back. So that's all I got to show you today. Like I said, if you like the podcast, please subscribe below, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment with what project you're working on. What do you think of the blankets? Anything you want to see on the podcast? I knit and I crochet. I'm more crochet heavy because I crochet blankets for Project Linus locally. And those go to the hospitals and the Child Advocacy Center and a couple other places. So everything is good. And I hope you guys have a great week. And please get out there and knit or crochet something, create something, because it helps your mental health. Have a great week.